All right, so what's up? We're gonna look at this like first take. Stephen A. We're gonna get at this. You was kind of upset, saying about Colin Kaepernick not having the opportunity um to get hired, back in the NFL. Talking about the Menzel thing and then but we're gonna get into that though. Um the NFL, so I looked at it, was I think deadspin.com, but I was trying to look up, it says what the players uniform policy says. It says it's 5 pages long. But it said this is their overview, plays most of the following. It says NFL players are required to dress to the highest levels of professionalism. A player's appearance on the field conveys a message regarding the image of the league and directly affects the league's reputation and success. So let's look at it like this. Understand that Cap kneeled, for a great cause, and I definitely support that cause. And we look at why all these. Think about it. All these quarterbacks, all these teams, in this upcoming draft need quarterbacks, and nobody's looking at Kaepernick. Anytime you do something, you still have to be professional. If you look at it, even with Martin Luther King, and what he stood for, he was always professional. So we know, so this is reported by Seth Rothen. I can't even say his name. It starts with a Rosenthal. On September 1st, 2016, 11:58 a.m. He reported, he made the thing. He reported that Cap wore socks. We know the pictures with pigs portrayed as cops. So we got to understand that. So when you wear that, right? So first of all, you had to spend a lot of time and effort explaining why you knelt, because we know that there were people, and like I said, there's different levels of common sense. So we had to look at the fact that he had to spend time explaining over and over again why he knelt. And then you come down and you wear socks. So when you wear socks like that, you have to explain that. So not only that, there were a lot of people upset and stuff like that. And then people were getting mad. So now you got to spend more time trying to explain why you wore that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some good cops and there's some bad cops. You know what I'm saying? But understand, now you got to spend more time explaining, and that's not professionalism. So let's just be like that. Washington Post, November 24th, 2016, 12:42 a.m. He wore a Fidel Castro shirt and Malcolm X. So we all know how people sees Fidel Castro. You know what I'm saying? And it said, like minds think alike. So we got to look at it like this, man. We have to understand, again, that's not a level of professionalism, man. That's why when Martin Luther King stood and stuff like that, he had on that, it was a level of professionalism. That's why he had his own day. And we got to look at it. Don't no NFL team want to bring somebody in that's going to have all that controversy or anything like that. Now, it's one thing if he knelt and then he kept it professional. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why the Baltimore Ravens were thinking about looking at it. But think about it. Don't nobody want to bring that in. So ain't no NFL owner going to allow you to mess up their money. You know what I'm saying? Then let's get to what? The Baltimore Sun Times. It says the Ravens ultimately didn't sign Kaepernick after his girlfriend, radio host, made the soon-to-be Hall of Fame linebacker Ray Lewis referred to as a racist gesture on social media. In August 2nd tweet post by the compared Ravens owner and Lewis to characters from Django Unchained. So let's just be realistic. When you're not professionalism, people aren't going to hire you like that. When I worked in job and stuff like that, certain jobs, you got to be professional, you know what I'm saying? And just like when you come in there for an interview, you got to be professional. So when somebody see that the person is not going to be professional, the NFL owners are not going to sign somebody or give them an opportunity to spend millions of dollars for Cap, because we know his athleticism as good as he is. And they're going to spend all of that money, and then all of a sudden you're going to lose money because people are going to stop watching the team or whatever the case may be because he wasn't unprofessional. So let's just look at it like that. So, and again, like I said, Kaepernick has done a lot. I'm definitely down for the cause, but you got to be professional when you deal with things. And that's the bottom line. This is why he has not been signed, and people have thought about it. But again, when you do things like that, it affects the professionalism. And then it looks at, okay, well, is this investment worth it? Yes, he's a great NFL quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He have took the 49ers to the finals, you know what I'm saying? Well, all the way to the end, to Super Bowl. So we got to look at it like this. is it really worth the investment of me putting $100-something million contract or whatever to him, and then all of a sudden people are like, we're not going to deal with this, and then he starts to do more unprofessionalism things. That's the bottom line. If you want to argue, matter of fact, I don't like to argue, but if you want to debate, I'll definitely come on the show. See y'all soon.